Scorpio, what's up, y'all? How you doing? What it do, Scorpio? It's time for your March 2025 main monthly reading. So for those of you who are in need of a personal reading, the information is in the description. So every Saturday, I do live $25 readings right here on this channel, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific time. If you want to participate in that, you can pre-order them on my website. The ones that get ordered first get read first. If you want a pre-recorded reading, though, I'm currently doing the 24-hour readings only right now. Other than that, I have Zoom calls available. All that information is in the description of this video, okay? All right, let's jump into this. I'm starting this off with the singles and the person that you're interested in. Single Scorpios and your love interest. Let's see what's happening in March. What is happening in March, man? What's up, y'all? There y'all are. Thanks for tuning in. What's happening with Scorpio and their love interest in March? Four of Swords. Two more shuffles, two more. All right. Three of Wands, Temperance, patiently waiting, Ten of Cups reversed. Okay. So it still kind of looks like patiently waiting. I'm not sure what it is you're waiting on. I would imagine you're waiting on this person to either come forward with a love offer, or if you all already are somewhat kind of involved, waiting maybe for them to take things to the next level. But with Three of Wands, Temperance, yeah, it's looking like if you're just sitting there waiting, you'll probably be waiting all March long, because it doesn't look like there's a lot of forward movement happening here. Oh, damn, in the Eight of Cups, you might be thinking about just walking away from this. I don't think you are. I don't think you are, but you're considering it. I do think that you're making the decision that if something else comes along, if a new doorway of opportunity opens, fuck it, I'm outie. But I don't think that's happening in March. I don't think that's happening. But with Ten of Cups and Lover's card both reversed. Death card reversed too, though. Some of you interested in a Sagittarius also have, could be a fellow Scorpio for some of you. Also have Gemini here. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Oh, I got Cancer in there too. And Aries. Goddamn. I haven't used this deck in a long time, so I got to get used to it. Okay. Well, let's just move forward and see how they feel about you. What are their truest, deepest feelings and intentions? Person Scorpio is interested in. What are their truest, deepest feelings and intentions? Nine of Pentacles. And so this person is very fiercely independent. Very fiercely independent. Maybe for some of you, they've just been single for so long that the single life is all they really know. Maybe. Yeah, I think whoever they were with last, their last relationship was so bad that they've just been kind of, taking a solo path and keeping their walls up. Now, I know it's going to be different for all of you. Some of you dealing with somebody fresh out of a relationship, but honestly, that's not really how this feels. I kind of think the majority of you are dealing with somebody that's just been single for a fucking while. And it's not that they don't want to settle down, because I think, retrospectively they do. It just kind of feels to me like they don't really know how to act when it comes to dating, They don't really know what to do, what they should or shouldn't do. They don't know what the right decision is. They're just a little bit lost, honestly. A little bit lost. But they do have an interest in you, though. They do. Okay. I don't think they have bad intentions. And I'd tell you if they did. Any new faces in here, I'm going to tell you if I see bad intentions. I don't see bad intentions in this person. If anything, I just see reluctance, maybe a little bit of fear, and just some straight up fucking awkwardness, honestly. And I think you see that too, and that's the reason why you're willing to be patient with this person. All right, well, it looks like we got the outcome in the first spread. Probably going to be a whole lot of waiting. So let's get the advice. What's the best advice for Scorpio with their love interest? What's the best advice? Knight of Swords reversed. Well, the World card reversed. So, if somebody don't do something to try to nudge this in a different direction, this cycle's just going to keep looping around and repeating itself and repeating itself and repeating itself. So, what I would recommend, if you haven't already done this, and I may have told you, because I remember I had to give this advice to like 8 of the signs back at the very tail end of 2024. If you haven't already done this, I think for a lot of you, it's time to have the what are we conversation at some point. I know that's a weird conversation to have, It's you shouldn't have to have that conversation, right? It's like, I don't want to have that conversation. I don't want to bring that up. I shouldn't have to. But once it crosses a certain line, like if we've been dealing with each other for over a month, I think a month, in my opinion, that's up for speculation, but the way I see it, a month is more than enough time to have the what are we conversation. If we've been talking, flirting, dating, or fucking for a month, I think after a month, the what are we conversation is very appropriate. I think so. Now, here's the slippery part about this particular reading. There's always 2 groups of you when it comes to your love interest. Group A and Group B. Group A is the group who has never said or done anything to indicate your feelings. You're just interested in them, and you're crossing your fingers, hoping they're interested in you too. Okay? That's not really the group that I'm reading for. Not really. If it fits, I'll try to cover both groups, but I'm really reading for Group B, the group where the interest is no secret. We're at least flirting, like say it's a coworker and we be flirting at the workplace, and talking sexual with each other. And, it's not a secret that there's an interest here. Some of y'all may even just be like talking, considering it, kind of getting to know each other, So but if you belong to Group A, then obviously the what are we conversation wouldn't really be appropriate. You want to make your feelings and intentions known first. Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't let this string on much longer like this. I wouldn't. What came out at the beginning of the reading, where a lot of you are thinking to yourself, fuck it, if a new doorway of opportunity opens, I'm going to take it. There's nothing wrong with that outlook, but I will say this. Don't limit yourself to that. Because what if no fucking door opens for another 3 months? It's possible. Don't sit around attaching yourself to somebody who has their thumb shoved up their ass because they don't know what they want to do for months and months and months and months and months and months and months. Because you know what that is? That comes from a place of fear of being alone. Don't do that. Don't ever live in fear of being alone. That doesn't mean that you have to go be alone. It means that on a path like this, I'm not in fear of being alone. So I would rather be alone than attach myself to somebody who doesn't necessarily see my value. That is the path that's going to lead you straight towards your actual fucking person. So, okay. All right, we're going to shift gears now. We're going to shift fucking gears now. Let's see what's going on with the person you dealt with in the past. If you're not here inquiring about somebody you dealt with in the past, this is not for you. What's happening in March between Scorpio and the person from the past? What is happening in March, man? Queen of Pentacles. Damn, Ten of Cups reversed. Well, spoiler alert. Happily ever after is definitely not happening in March. That don't mean nothing's happening, though. Let's see what's going on here. Ah, man, Two of Wands. King of Wands reversed. King and Queen of Pentacles. So it's like both of y'all are just kind of waiting on each other, is what it feels like to me. It kind of feels like silent tension. You ain't showing no interest or emotion towards them. They ain't showing no interest or emotion towards you. But you can intuitively feel that they still have an energetic hook in you and they still keep an eye on you from time to time. And they intuitively feel like you still have an energetic hook in them. So it's like there's this silent standoff of you all being still tied energetically, passing telepathic and empathic energies back and forth to and from each other, but no verbal or physical cues acknowledging each other's existence at all. Could be a Taurus for some of you. Also have Cancer and Sagittarius here. Well, let's see how they feel about you then. How this person be feeling about Scorpio universe? How they feel about you? How's this person feel about Scorpio? Page of Pentacles. They done been trying to get your attention. So for those of you wondering if that thing they posted was directed towards you, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. For those of you wondering, whatever that thing they're doing on social media is done for you because they're hoping you're watching, of course it is. Of course it is. But why? That's what this spread is for. Why? Why? They're waiting for you to let your guard down. They are playing the victim, just to let you know. I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know. I'll tell you what, though, there has been this interesting theme that I've been seeing come through for many different signs around the end of 2024, beginning of 2025, where there's lots of past people out there who they feel a karmic tie and they don't know what to do with it, you know? So when I'm looking at their feelings and intentions, a good example of what it is that I'm looking for would be something like this. They regret what they did. They miss you. They miss what they had with you. They want a chance to come back. Both of y'all own your shit, wipe the slate clean, try to rebuild and do it right this time. That's the kind of thing that I'm looking for. But I've been seeing a whole lot of past people not knowing what the fuck they want. They just can't get you off their mind and they don't know what they want to do about it. You know, so they be doing shit like trying to get your attention, but they don't know why. They don't know what they want. Like, what if they was to get your attention? Then what? You know what I'm saying? Then what? What if you responded to whatever this thing was that was directed towards them? Then what? They're not even thinking that through. They don't really have a sense of foresight as far as that goes. They just feel a karmic tie. They feel your energy all over them and they don't know what to do with it. It's the best way I can think to describe that. Okay. Could be an Aries for some of you. You know, it could be anybody. When I call out a sign like that, it's just an energy. Okay. All right. Well, let's get the advice here. Let's get the advice for Scorpio with the past person. What is the best advice? What's the best advice? Whoops. What's the best advice? Boom. Woo-hoo. 10 of Cups. No, boo-boo. Check this out. Hold up. I think I know where this is going. Hold up. I'm going to shut up real quick. I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth. Hang on. This could go two different directions, so hang on. King of Pentacles. King of Wands. Empress reversed. Okay. Okay, well, that's kind of what I thought. Okay, all right. The two of you could reconcile successfully. You could. If both of y'all, not just you, not just them, both of y'all, BOFAWALL. Or no, YALL. I'm sorry. Both of wall. Both of y'all are able to come together on the same page at the same time, working towards the same goal. Both of y'all have to bring a new energy back to the connection. And you all could reconcile successfully. It don't matter who did what. I don't care who lied. I don't care who cheated. I don't care who was in the wrong. The primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. You only attract in according to the frequency in which you vibrate. The frequency in which you vibrate is the energy that manifests between you and that person. So all it takes is one person bringing the same frequency back to the connection, and the other person has to match that frequency, or the two of you can't come together. Okay? And it'll just manifest the exact same outcome. This isn't Rich Loft's little theory. This is an immutable universal law. So if the two of you are able to come back together, both of you showing up with a different energy, you could reconcile successfully. So what I would recommend, if you want communication, it's going to have to be you that does it. That's just what it is. It's going to have to be you that does it. So you're going to have to reach out. And it's going to take some patience. Some serious patience. And just test to see if this person is on some different energy. And that can take a while. That can take a while to know for sure if somebody's on a different energy. And when I say take a while, I mean you're going to have to observe many different areas and aspects of a person's life. Okay? You can't just sit and listen to the things they say to you. You can't just sit and observe their actions towards you. Okay? That's only, that's maybe 15, 20% of it. You want to watch how they treat everybody in their life. You're going to have to watch how they function and behave in every situation in their life. If you trying to bring somebody back into your life and they got their best foot forward with you, telling you all the little shit that you want to hear, doing all the little shit you want them to do, but when it comes to other people, you see that same old person come out with everybody else. They be lying to their friends, talking behind their friends and family back and shit, you know, being disrespectful to the fucking waiter at the store, at the restaurant rather. You start seeing those same energies come out, then that tells you they're putting on a front, and it ain't going to be 3 months before that mask falls off and it goes right back to what it once was. So if you ain't willing to go through all that, which I'm not judging you if you do. I'm not saying do it or don't do it. I'm just saying these are the energies that are here. If you ain't willing to go through all that, I would not go near this situation. And it's going to take some work. And so I guess the question is it worth it to you to potentially rebuild with this person, to go through all that? That is an open-ended question. That is not rhetorical. I know sometimes I'll be asking rhetorical questions. I know, but I'm not doing that this time. That is not rhetorical. That is open-ended. Is it worth it to you? I'm not here to tell you that it is or it isn't. That's totally up to you. What's worth it to you might not be worth it to the next person and vice versa. You feel me? All right. Let's see what's coming in next. What is coming in next? What's coming in next for Scorpio? Not what's due to come in. Let's just see what's coming in next. Whether it's due or not, whether you're ready or not, whether you're interested or not. Let's see what's coming in next for the Scorpio family. March 2025. Ooh, dang. 8 of Cups reversed. Hold up. Is that a codependency rebound right there? Okay. I'm thinking you probably gonna have a choice between more than one person, to be honest with you. Now, the only thing that I don't know for sure is why you're being put in this situation. Usually, this is where I would probably say something along the lines of you're being tested. But I don't have the card that would indicate that. There's a couple of different cards that would indicate that, and I don't have any of them here. So I'm not sure why you're being faced with this situation. There will be more than one open door of opportunity. One person will be a repeat of a past cycle. Another person could be incredibly successful. But I am going to tell you, though, that the one that's probably going to try to shove its way into your life is probably going to be the former rather than the latter. Probably. So I don't think it's a test. Tests usually don't go down like that. At least I've not seen it. I can't say anything is impossible. But a test normally doesn't shove its way into your life. So I'm thinking that there's somebody coming in real strong, possibly love bombing, and they're carrying the past vibrational baggage of their last relationship. Okay, long story short, it feels like somebody just got their heart broke and they looking for some quick booty to make them feel better about themselves real quick. And that's pretty much it. I got my heart broke. Oh, I can't sit with this broken heart. I'm on the run. Yo, let me go fuck somebody. That's what this looks like. That's what this shit right here looks like. So, okay. That's weird, man. That's not a typical message to come through. But, like I said, Two of Pentacles, you'll probably have the choice between more than one person. Okay. Let's just jump straight to the advice. I'm not even going to put my 2 cents in first before the cards come out. I'm not going to do that. I think I know what I want to say, but just in case, let's just see what comes through. What's the advice for Scorpio with what's coming in next? Ooh, 3 of Cups reversed. I don't know who needs to hear this, but no third party situations of any kind. Any kind. I don't care if you dealing with somebody in a relationship, talking about some, oh, they're crazy and toxic and I'm stuck in this relationship and they play the victim. Or if they talking about an ex that won't leave them alone. That's a big one right there. That's somebody that has a guilty conscience. So they're trying to alleviate some of the guilt when it comes to the game that they're playing and the lie that they're telling. When they're open and upfront with you about how they got this ex that just won't leave them alone. You a grown fucking adult. Block them, put your goddamn foot down, and tell them, leave me the fuck alone. Ain't no goddamn excuse for that. There's an ex that won't leave you alone. It's because you're not making sure they leave you alone. You really want somebody to leave you the fuck alone, you can make sure they leave you the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Block. Well, they just create a new account. Well, block it again. Block. Go air and block a bitch on their ass. You know? No third party situations. Now, I guess about the only exception to that would be like baby mama, baby daddy. Okay? If they got kids and they got a baby mama, baby daddy, and they like have to be involved with the person, then that's a totally different story for a different topic. But no third party situations. Also, too, just keep your eye out for love bombing shit. Keep your eye out for that. I don't want to tell you to just run from it altogether necessarily. But you shouldn't have to love bomb. You shouldn't have to. We should be able to just naturally, normally vibe each other out and flow together. You know? When you meet your actual person, there should not be any anxiety. There should not be the butterflies and the shaky knees and the, oh, how am I supposed to act? What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? Those feelings should not be there. When you meet your goddamn person, it should feel very, very, very natural. Now, of course, it's a new person, so of course there's going to be some feelings of, the new person feeling. But when it all comes down to it, it's going to feel a lot more natural than any new person you've ever dealt with. So watch out for love mommy shit. Watch out when somebody goes straight for your emotions. Straight for your emotions. Straight for them. Like, I barely even know you, and you already pulling and tugging at my emotions. And you're doing it on goddamn purpose. I can tell. There are certain things that you don't say if you ain't playing with somebody's feelings. We all know how to have a regular common sense conversation with a person without playing with their emotions. We all know how to do that. And we all know how to play around with somebody's emotions too. So just keep your eye out for love bombing shit. Keep your eye out for any third parties. And remember to set boundaries. I'm not going to go on that whole lecture here tonight because I've done that. I know you've already heard me talk about that. But boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. If you set a boundary, make sure this person respects it. Make sure they respect your decisions. Make sure they respect your boundaries. And if you can hold a boundary for a while, for an unknown period of time, that's the thing, right? I know that sometimes I've said to put a time frame on things, like we're not sleeping together for a month. Well, let me retract that because, hey, maybe there's some people out there like, all right, cool. All I got to do is wait a month. Set a boundary for an unknown period of time. Some kind of boundary. We only going to see each other twice a week until it's made official, whenever that is. We ain't sleeping together until it's made official, whenever that is. Whatever kind of little boundary you want to set, make sure they respect your boundaries. Make sure they ain't playing with your feelings and your emotions. And don't necessarily jump in with the quickest, fastest, easiest, most convenient situation at the time. Okay? All right, y'all. Well, I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is in the description. Every Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, I do live $25 readings right here on this channel. You can pre-order on my website. The link is in the description. The readings that come in first get read first. If you want a pre-recorded reading, I'm currently doing 24-hour readings only right now, okay? Other than that, I'm doing one-on-one Zoom calls. All that information is in the description. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all